fellow Toastmasters and guests, good afternoon. Today is my project 4, and I decided last minute to change it, into a ghost story, because today's theme is the Halloween. So I hope it goes well. It was one summer night, full moon, as it should be, because it's a horror story. The air was hazy. I was sitting with my cousins around a fire in the backyard of their house. Everything looked so creepy that night. The buildings were so intimidating. The trees looked like big shadows of monsters ready to attack us. And that's when my cousin decided that we should say, or we should tell, stories about ghosts. So we started. I was very excited. I was taken by all the stories, especially the story about seance. Seance means the summoning of the dead spirits. That was a first for me. So I begged them, please, let me participate in this. I want to see a spirit. I want to see a dead person. So my cousin said, okay, I know someone who is involved in these things, who participated in this. We can bring him tomorrow, same time, same place, and we can do a seance session. I said, okay, great. Next day, I was there. I was the only one there. None of my cousins appeared. Only one. So the guy, whose name is Khalil, came in. He was a tall, dark man. He gave me instructions of how to do it. We have to both focus on a spot in a dark room, and we should both imagine a dead person that we both know. The problem was, I didn't know any of his dead people. He didn't know any of my dead people. So we had to decide on a celebrity. And there was a big poster of this old Lebanese singer whose name is Farid al-Atrash. You know him? So somehow we decided that we will summon his spirit. We went into the salon, and we turned off the light. I stood on the right corner, he stood on the left corner. And we both focused on one spot in the middle of the curtain. We started focusing, reciting the things that he told me, that he gave me before, earlier, but nothing appeared. Half an hour passed by, and nothing appeared. My legs were so tired, I could hardly stand. So I started looking at him. He was saying, shh, focus. I said, okay. I was 17. So I said, okay. He's the expert. We continued focusing on the same spot. At that time, the light started flickering. It was dark before, but we could see shadows of things. Then what happened is that it turned into pitch black, that you couldn't see even your hand in front of you. And that was scary. I tell you, that's what, when I started to feel a bit horrified. Then, suddenly, a thread of smoke came from the outside. Another one followed, another one followed, and they started accumulating in the middle, forming something like a cloud in the middle of the curtain. I was like, am I imagining this? I wanted to look at him to confirm that he sees what I see. So I looked at him, and to my horror, he was on the ground. At that time, only that time, I thought of my parents. What if he dies? And what will I tell my mom? I was doing with a strange man in a dark room, alone, and then he died. I was very scared. At the same time, I thought of, I have to do something. I'm the only person there. I have to save him.
He's the expert.
So what shall I do? I started thinking fast. And then I said, why don't I recite some Quran, versions of Quran on him? That might work. That was the only thing I could think of. So I said, okay. I wanted to walk fast to him, turn on the light, and recite Quran on him. To realize that I was totally paralyzed. I couldn't move. I was there. I couldn't move. I had to get all my strength there, because that man's life depends on me. So I had to push my way and go there. And that's what I did. It was like walking in a pool. The air was so heavy around me. So I started slowly, going to his direction, slowly, until I got to him. I kneeled, and I started reciting Quran and turning the light on at the same time. He woke up, opened his eyes, and he whispered, "Did you see what I see? Did you see what I saw?" I said, "Yes, smoke coming from outside." He said, "Gathering inside the spot?" I said, "Yes." "Can you smell the stingy smell?" I said, "Yes, I can." That's when we heard a slam door. I thought that was my cousin coming, but he didn't come. After a while, my cousin came, and he said, "Well, I heard the slam door, and I thought it was you coming to us." And that's when Khalid said, "What have we done? We awakened the dead. Now it will haunt us." Thank you. That's it.